What's up, guys? Lowe's here from the Big Retro Show, and today I'm going to be playing some Double Dragon, one of the classic beat 'em ups you will ever find. And this is a 4 quarters challenge, so we're going to go ahead and put 4 quarters in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's get to it, guys. Man, oh man, it's been a while since I played some arcade games for you guys. And this is one of the best. I remember seeing this game in the arcade, in the arcade heydays, you know, when arcades were everywhere. And being just mesmerized by the level of violence in this game. I mean, previously, we had not experienced that on this level. Like, you can grab your opponents and just bash their heads in. But of course, the game that came out before this one by the same developers was Renegade. And that came pretty close to the level of violence. And the ability to pick up weapons and use them against your opponents, your enemies. Dude, that was next level. It was the next level in the arcades. I wish I didn't pick up this whip, because that bat is calling my name, guys. It is calling my name. I need that bat. So, funny story, man. When this game came out, we would go to like the movie theaters and play it. We would like go to the, because there was a community college by where we lived. And we would go and play it at the community college, anywhere we could, basically, because, you know, we were like really enthralled with the quality of this game. I mean, this game really, like, it revolutionized beat 'em ups, arcade beat 'em ups. And it was a game that was always crowded. There were always people surrounding this game, and you were lucky if you were able to put a quarter into this game and play it. And you know, we did. As kids, it was a little bit more difficult because, of course, the teenagers would always bum rush this machine, and we would have to go like in the hours where they weren't there. You know what I'm saying? But it was also crazy how, like, seeing this in the arcades was just like, it was like magic, dude. It was like incredible to see this. I mean, everything about this game is just like revolutionary, you know what I mean? And that on top, you could play with 2 players at once. It was like an extra bonus because you could have like one of your friends play right alongside of you. And you can hit fools with bats. Like, where else can you hit fools with bats? Well, I mean, like back in the day, you could not hit like your enemies with bats and stuff. So it was like groundbreaking. Or with whips. Of course, this game suffers from slowdown anytime there's more than 2 enemies on the screen. So if you'll notice through this playthrough, the slowdown, that's why. Because the game couldn't draw more than 2 enemies without getting some slowdown. When this game, oh my gosh, guys, and this is probably a good like video that I want to do later on. when this game was ported over to the Nintendo, I was like so pumped to play this game. But when it came to us, it was like nothing like the arcade. It was like nothing like the arcade. I felt that it was like a bait and switch almost. And, you know, it was weird. Like, you had to collect hearts to do the moves, to do all the moves that you can just do, like, right off the bat in the arcade game. And it was just like, man, I felt so cheated when I bought this game, but I was so looking forward to it on the Nintendo. And when it came out, you know, it was a must-buy for me. I had to buy this game. And when I got it, I was just like, what the hell is this? But, you know, like with because back in the day, you could just, I didn't have a lot of money growing up, right? Hence this 4 quarters challenge. And you really kind of, you know, I want to say you didn't have to, it wasn't mandatory for you to like your games, but you played the shit out of your games. You really had to play like your games because they were expensive at the time, and being from a family that wasn't like rich, you were gonna get as much enjoyment as you can from your games. And this was the Double Dragon port for the Nintendo was one such game that I was gonna get as much enjoyment as I possibly could from this game. Even though it wasn't arcade perfect, like, I was going to squeeze every bit of enjoyment out of this game because, again, growing up poor, it was like, you didn't get games all the time. You got them for like Christmas and your birthday. But aside from that, I mean, if you didn't have like a job, or, you know, if your parents weren't rich, you weren't getting any games, bro. You were not getting any games. It sucked. But I mean, it's the way of life, man. It's the way of life. And I think that most of you gamers out there can relate to that. You know, can relate to not being able to just buy any game that you want. I mean, for the most part today, like, the games haven't really changed in price. You know, most games cost a good 50, 60, 70 bucks. And us as gamers will pay those prices. And it's kind of funny because back in the day, we didn't have the resources to play that. But now we're all grown up and we have jobs and we can buy these things that we want. And nobody can tell us no, right? Nobody can tell us no. So it's, you know, it's all there's always been love for this game. Of course, I've always been a fan of beat 'em ups. You know, I've been doing this summer of beat 'em ups. And the whole reason that I did that, to be honest with you guys, is because of the release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. That is just... Guys, how can I put this? Shredder's Revenge is a superb game in every way. It is a beat 'em up that sets the bar. It is a beat 'em up that every modern beat 'em up, I hate that jump. Every modern, I died again. Wonderful. Can I continue? Yes. Jeez. Oh God, finally we're getting somewhere. It is a game that every modern beat 'em up should try to incorporate some of those elements in that game because it is such a perfect game. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun playing beat 'em ups, reviewing beat 'em ups. It's been a blast, you know, and I'm kind of sad that the summer has ended because I would have kept doing these episodes. And you know, I know that I can still do them. I can really just still go balls out with beat 'em ups, but there are so many, there are so many other genres that I'm in love with. For example, like the run and gun genre, that I want to feature on the show. And to me, it's always been about the games, you know? And some of the beat 'em ups that I cover, they're not good. They are not good. So I like playing good games, but I don't mind playing a bad game every once in a while, just to say that I played it. But this one is not a bad game. This is actually a very good game. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying your summer. We've had like a gross like heat wave in California. It has been like 112, 113, 114 degrees every day for about a week, and it has been just horrendous. It has been horrible. I hate it. And I don't know like how the weather is in where you guys are, but consider yourself lucky not to be in California, because if you were, you guys would be like dying right now because it is so hot. Even as I'm filming this episode of 4 Quarters right now, I am fucking hella hot right now. Yeah. This game is a lot funner with another person playing with you. I will give it that. Yeah. Anyways, man, it is fucking hot. I'm drinking some Old English. This guy's like a silky smooth, like an Italian mob enforcer almost, with his olive skin and green eyes. Some Godfather stuff. Anyways, guys, I wanted to know what you guys have been playing so far. What have you been playing this whole summer that you just can't get enough of? For me, it has been, oh my gosh, it's been Far Cry 6. Been playing a lot of Far Cry 6. I picked the game up after seeing Melly Playful and Tengu play the game on their channel, and I've been having a blast with it. It's been a lot of fun. It's one of these open world first person shooter games, and it's set in like this fictional land named Yara, which is kind of like Cuba, modern day Cuba. And it's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. Oh, really? This is my last quarter, guys. Going for a ride, punk. The platforming in this game has always been frustrating to me. Dang it. You know what? Fucking green Abobo. Have you guys played that game, Abobo's Big Adventure? It's like an indie game, and it is so funny. It blends a lot of different genres. Like, there's one genre where you're a Bobo and you're like in the Super Mario Brothers water level. It's a lot of fun. I review it someday because it's a decent beat 'em up. Good God. This is not functioning correctly. Oh, goodness gracious. Arcade cheapness at its finest. Oh, she's just gonna run away. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I think this is the final stage. Oh. Of course I died. We're gonna cheat a little bit here. I know this is a 4 quarters challenge, but every once in a while you gotta steal a quarter in the arcades. Or just find one, or just beg your parents for another quarter so you can continue the fight. Right back at you, bitch. I gotta not get stabbed by these fucking dudes. Oh man, that knife traveled hella fast. Jeez, these guys are tough. Well, you know, I think that's going to do it for this episode of 4 quarters. I stole 1 quarter. 4 quarters plus a bonus quarter. Anyways, guys, yeah, man, I think that's going to do it for this edition of 4 quarters. If you enjoyed this, episode, just consider subscribing to the channel. If you didn't, then drop a comment. Don't forget to leave a like. And I will see you next time on The Big Retro Show. Peace.